Alright, what's my restriction point? 0. So I'm going to make a little indentation. Something going on right there. I'm going to check that in a little bit, okay? So now I'm going to take 0 and plug it into this top one. 3 times 0 is 0 plus 5 is. So I'm going to label the point. I'm going to plot the point 0, 5. Is it going to be open or closed, Doc? Open, because it's that less than. Okay. Now, this says for all x values less than 0, so that's over here. Now I'm going to start off by using the slope like it is. That's positive 3, isn't it? If I do that, I get 1, 2, 3 over 1. Is that the way I need to go? So I'm going to have to go backwards on it. Okay? 1, 2, 3 over 1. 1, 2, 3 over 1. And I'm just going to draw a line like that. Now I'm going to evaluate the second piece at 0. 4 times 0 plus 7. That gives me 7. So now I'm going to plot the point 0, 7. Is it open or closed, Doc? Closed, because that or equal to.
Yeah, I have to close. I don't know what you're saying.
Now, I'm going to try my slope, which is what here? 4. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 over 1. Should it be going this direction? Yes, because it's greater than 0. X for x values. So 1, 2, 3, 4 over 1. It's going to be a little short line because I'm ran out of room. And that is my piecewise for that function. Now we're going to talk about domain and range for this one. Yes?
Are the points always going to be on the restriction points?
Yes. Okay. That's why you evaluate there. Yeah. Alright, so let's talk about our domain. Domain's pretty easy. You start from left. This thing keeps going. This keeps going. Are you going to eventually hit something?
Yeah.
These two cancel each other, so it's all real numbers. But the range is a little tricky here. Range is a little tricky here. This keeps going, don't it? So you know it's negative infinity. But I want you to notice something here, guys. If I kept going, when I got to here, am I hitting anything from this point to this point?
No.
So do you have to put a break in your range? Yes. Because you're not hitting the y-axis anywhere in between these 2 points. So it would be from negative infinity up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to 5. Yes. Parentheses because it is open. Union, what number do we pick up at? 7 to infinity. That's how the range would work for that. There were some ranges on this that you're going to learn something new about some ranges today. That was a tricky one. Are there any questions on number 1? Let's look at number 3. What's my restriction point? 2. I'm going to go make a little symbol right there so you know that's where we're looking at. Okay, go to the first part. If I take 2 and I plug it into 5, can I plug it anywhere? So what point am I plotting? 2 what? 5. Well, okay, so this is 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open or closed? Closed because that or equal to. It says for all x values less than 2. So is it to the left or to the right? Okay. Yes, so I'm going to draw a little line. Now, this second piece, I'm going to evaluate it at what number? 2. What's 2 times 2? 4 minus 3 is? So what point do I plot? 2, 1. So that's going to be open or closed? Open, right there, open. Now, I'm going to use my slope, which is what? 2. Now, let's see if it's going in the right direction. Up 2 over 1. Is that going in the right direction? Because this for all x values greater. So there's your piecewise right there. Now let's talk about domain. If I start from the left, would I hit the function at some point? Yes. Even if I get here, does this cancel each other out? If I asked you what f of 2 was equal to, would you choose 5 or would you choose 1? Because it's a closed dot, isn't it? Okay? So I keep going. So do I need a break in anything? No. So your domain's all real numbers. Now range. Start from the bottom. Where do I finally hit the y-axis at? 1. Open or closed? Open. I mean parentheses. I'm sorry. It's a parentheses. I keep hitting the graph. It keeps going on and on. So it's been 1 to what? Infinity. One thing you should be able to do is to tell the domain and range of anything by the time you leave this class, because that's what we're doing everything. Alright, so on number 3, let's look at our evaluation. F of negative 3, that's less than 2, so that would be 5. B would be 5 because it's or equal to 2, and this would be 7. Okay. On number 4, we have 3 pieces. And number 4 is something a little different about number 4 we're going to talk about in a minute. But looking at the evaluation, it should be 0, 0, negative 1. What now? Okay, let's look at A. That's a negative 1, so I'm going to plug negative 1 times negative 4. What's a negative 1 times negative 4? What now? No. So that's 4 minus 4 is 0. Okay, 0's in between these two. 0 times negative 1/2 is 0. 2, I plug that into this because it's or equal to 2. 2 times negative 1/2 is negative 1. All right, let's look at number 4. What's my first restriction? We have two. How many restriction points we have here? 2. So negative 2 is the first one. Okay, so I take negative 2 and I plug in. What's a negative 2 give you? Positive 2 minus 4, which is? So I'm going to graph the point negative 2, negative 2. Do you agree? Open or closed? Open. Now I'm going to use my slope, which is what? Negative 1. Okay? If I do that, it's going to be going down 1 over 1. Down 1 over 1. Down 1 over 1. Is that the direction I need to be going in? No, so I'm going to go backwards. Okay? Check that one off. Now, in the next two, I got 2 restriction points. That means I got to plug both those numbers into this, okay? I'm going to plug negative 2 in for that. What's negative 2 times negative 1/2? A positive 1, isn't it? Negative 1/2 times negative 2 is a positive 1. So I'm going to graph the point negative 2, 1. Open or closed? Closed. Now I'm going to plug the other one in. 2 times. That's going to be negative 1. So I'm going to graph the point 2, negative 1, which is closed as well. Now I'm going to use the slope to connect the 2. That's down 1 over 2. Down 1 over 2. This is my other restriction point is at 2. Okay, now my final. I take 2. Do I plug that in anywhere? Can I plug that in? So, you say, okay, Mr. Tester, 2, negative 1, that's already closed, but it should be an open dot. Well, if you run in that situation when the dot's in the same spot, the closed dot always goes over the open dot, okay? So, you just keep it closed, and it's a straight line. It's going, x value is greater than 2, so you would just draw a line like that. So if you have an open and a closed, the closed always goes over the open. It takes over. Yes? No. Alright, now let's look at our domain and range for this one. I'll start from the left. Remember, the arrow keeps going on it. So negative infinity, this cancels out. It keeps going and going on it. Okay? Let's look at our range. Start from the bottom. Where does it hit the y-axis at? Okay, so that's be parentheses. Okay, look here, but even between this and this, isn't it hitting that line somewhere? So I don't have to stop there. Keep going, and that arrow keeps going on it. So it's to infinity. Is it making more sense year 2 after you saw it year 1? Number 8. What's our only restriction point here? 3. I'm going to take 3 and plug it in. 3 plus 5 is 8, so I'm going to graph the point 3, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Open or closed? Closed. I'm going to use the slope of 1. I go up 1, over 1. Is that the direction I need to be going in? No, so I'm going to go backwards. Now I'm going to plug 3 into that other one. 2 times 3. 6 minus 1 is 5, so I'm going to graph 3, 5. Open dot. Use the slope. Go up 2 over 1. That is the direction I need to be going into, so I'm going to draw my graph. What's your domain? All real numbers. Start from the bottom. My range is what? All real numbers. And then the last homework. This one's easy, but the range is tricky on this one. Okay. Oh, sorry. Thank you for reminding me. For number 8, these are the evaluations 4, 5, and 13. Do y'all agree with those? And the last one's 3, 2, 2. Alright. So our restriction point is 0. I take 0, I can't plug it in, so I go to 0, 3. It's a closed dot. It wants, for all values less than, it's a straight line, because that's a horizontal line. I go to 2, open, this way. Now, domain is easy. What's domain? But range. Why do you think the range is tricky here?
Because it only hits.
There's nothing in between those two things, and it only stays on one value, don't it? What value is that? 2. You say, it's not closed, Mr. I know it's open there, but isn't it closed all the way there on that solid line? So 2 is your range, and what's your other range? 3. So you want to say, how do I write a range when it's just one number, then you take a break, and you write another number? Well, this is how you write that if you have that situation. Like, there's just one number on the range right there, isn't it? So you write like a little fancy line like that. 2. Like set notation. Not bracket, not parentheses, just like set notations. You know what? We can just do bracket. Just do the bracket. 2, union, bracket 3. That's how you would write that. You can either bracket or set notation, but just go do bracket since you used to bracket. Do you see how you just wrote it? The range 2 and range 3. We can't write 2 to 3 because we don't include the numbers between 2 and 3, do we? So that one's tricky. All I want to do is one more example from your notes, just a 3-piece, and then we're going to call it a day. Yes. Yes, because that's a good question. You would think parentheses here, but this is a solid line, so the range of 2 is covered on that solid line right there. Okay. Okay, so let's look at number 57. page 59. We were on yesterday. Number 11. Page 59, number 11. What's our first restriction point here, Luke? Negative 2. So I'm going to go negative 2. I plug negative 2 and 5. I can't plug it in. So I know that's going to be a horizontal line. So I'm going to go negative 2, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open or closed, dot class? Closed. It's for all x values less than negative 2. So would that be to the left or to the right? When I say class, that means everybody. So what is it? That's better, but not. You got to get louder than that. Okay. Like that. I'm going to check that first one off. The second one, can we use a slope to graph a quadratic parent function? No, you just have to know how to graph a quadratic. Okay. If I plug negative 2 in, what's negative 2 squared? 4. Would it? So I'm going to graph the point negative 2, 4. Open or closed? Open. Okay, my other restriction point is what? 2. 2 squared is open or closed? Okay, so I need to graph the points from here to here. So I know 1 to 1, negative 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. So I'm going to draw the parabola like that. That's all. That's my second piece. Because I'm going from negative 2 to 2. Be careful on this, because what's in front of this x right here? Negative 1. I'm going to plug 2 in. Negative 1 times 2. That's negative 2 plus 7, which is 5. So I'm going to graph the point 2, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Open or closed? Open. And this is for all x values greater than 2. So this way. So I'm going to try my slope value. Negative 1. Down 1 over 1. Down 1 over 1. Down 1 over. Am I going in the right direction? Yes, because it's covering these x's over here, isn't it? So that's what my piecewise function would look like. So talking about the domain. Start from left where I hit something. So domain's what? All real numbers. Range. What would be my range? With a bracket, because see that arrow means keeps going. So negative infinity to 5, even though it's open, that closed, that cancels out to 5 bracket. Okay. So how do we feel about this learning target after day 2? I can graph piecewise function. I need everybody to put their fist to their chest. Thumb up if we got it. Tuck it in. We feel better. Good job, guys. Good job. All right. So your homework tonight is a similar page to this. I am, by the way, giving you a homework grade tomorrow, so make sure you got this. Page 55, wherever my page 55 is at. Let's just do 2, 3, 4, 8, 9. I don't know why it's misnumbered again. 2, 3, 4, 8, 9. You're going to do 5 of them. Are we good with that? Okay. Just do 2, 3, 4, 8, 9. Now you got more 3 pieces tonight because I want to make sure I cover 3 pieces again. Okay? So you can start working on that now. You got about 5 minutes.
So we're not doing number 1?
You don't have to do number 1. Yeah.
Oh, why is that a parabola? It's not a straight line.
Because it's x squared. Yep. Yep. All right, Carter, come here.
Everything but number 1.
Everything but number 1. Not you quite yet. Mason, you did good on this one. You need to go back and look at this one. There's no reflecting right there. So stretch by a factor of 2. Right 1 up 2. So you got negative 1, 2. Okay, so now what did you do here? Okay, you need to take care of this first. So that means you're going to multiply your what?
X is by 2.
Okay, you did that.
Or, I mean, Y is by
Y takes it. Y, you did that. And then you got to move up. Oh,
You don't go right one?
yeah, you got to go right 1. So you did that. Right. Okay, 0 plus okay, this is where you messed up your. So negative. Okay, so if you right 1, negative 1 plus 1 is 0. Negative 2 plus 1 will be negative 1. Okay, buddy, when you do this, what number should come first? Negative 2, 4, and then negative 1. Do from least to greatest.
Okay.
That's going to take it. Plus 1, plus 1, plus 1, okay. Then you're going to add 2. Okay, then you got to add 2 to them. You got to go back and add 2 to each one of those.
I did, and I got like.
Oh, I see what you did to add right there. Okay, now,